Hey, welcome back to part 3 of the Hillman restoration. This time I'm going to be cleaning up some wheels and some spokes. Enjoy.
Alright, here's the wheels. Yeah, I actually had these for a while and I didn't know what to do with them. I was kind of thinking about, do I clean them up, run them as is? Oh yeah, I just didn't know, just because they were in pretty rough condition with all the rust. So yeah, I ran a poll on Instagram saying, oh, should I, try to get rid of the rust as is on the spokes, uh, just with the wheel like this, or should I take the spokes out and try to chuck them in Evaporust? So what ended up happening was everyone, it was almost 50-50, but people voted to take the spokes off. So what I'm doing here is just taking off the spokes. I was just going to try two, but yeah, there's rim tape on it, so you just take off the rim tape and then I just unscrewed it from the top. Sometimes you can use WD-40 or penetrating oil in the little nipples to help you unscrew them. But yeah, these two that I took off were fine, and then you just kind of unweave them a little bit and push them through. But that was it. Yeah, the wheels are pretty good. The hub spun really well, so it was just the surface rust. All right, here's my two test spokes. Yeah, so I just wanted to try two first before I take the whole wheel apart, just to see if it would work. And yeah, you can see, the spokes are pretty rusted through. And then I just put them in a Ziploc bag, and I just filled it up with the Evaporust, and then I just clamped it on a little box there, a little plastic container, just to hold it up. And then I left that for 24 hours. And then here you can see I made a little foil boat for the spokes just because it was leaking a little bit. So I didn't want to go to sleep with it leaking, so I just put that just in case. And then yeah, here's the next day. You can see how the spokes are. Yeah, when you put them out, they're like, oh, I was like, oh, they look the same, but yeah, with the Evaporust, usually it leaves like a black film on there. But if you look carefully, yeah, all the rust is actually gone, and then you can wipe the black film off. So what I'm going to do is just try and clean these up a little bit, just to see how they freshen up. Just wiping them down with WD-40 here and a paper towel, pretty straightforward. But yeah, you can see kind of how it looks after that, and yeah, it looks pretty clean, it's cleaner, but yeah, still a little bit darker on the bottom. I tried using foil, but I think yeah, I ended up using just wet and dry a little bit on these, just on one spoke, and you can see the difference. Basically, it cleans it up really well, pretty easy too. And then I ended up doing that with both spokes. But yeah, you can see, yeah, huge difference. Yeah, so what I ended up doing was did the rest of the wheel. Yeah, here it is, the rest of the wheel all taken apart. I didn't film it because it's pretty boring, but yeah. Yeah, just a warning, you're definitely going to break some spokes, especially if they're old, just because they snap. You can see on the right-hand side, the ones without the nipples are all the broken ones, and the ones on the left I saved. So I needed to work out how to get a few more extra spokes as well. Here, yeah, just taking off the back cassette so I can take all the spokes off the wheel. Yeah, I was just using a hammer just because I don't have two chain whips, but I'll show you in a second. You can actually take it off with just an old chain. But yeah, basically took this off. The lock ring was pretty bust anyway, so I was going to get rid of that. But then yeah, after you take the lock ring off, it just kind of slides off. And yeah, that was that. Yeah, I was gonna just end up buying new spokes for all the ones that I broke. But yeah, I ended up finding this wheel that had as a spare, and it had broken spokes already. So I was like, oh, I'll just take it apart and use these spokes. And then yeah, funny enough, it had the same rim and same hub as well. So I knew the spokes would be around the same length. So yeah, lucked out on that one. Alright, just taking off the old cassette off the wheels, I can Evaporust. Yeah, basically this is an older style cassette where you need two chain whips. I didn't have to, so what you can do is use an old chain and just leverage it under the wheel somehow. Yeah, this is the way I did it. I just put an Allen key through one of the chain holes and then use a spanner to hold it on. And I gave it a few taps with the hammer, and then it'll help loosen it, and then I just unscrewed it, and then yeah, that's it. Pretty straightforward. All the cogs just kind of pull off. Another method you can use is if you have a bike that's all together, just take off the back wheel and put this one on, and then yeah, put the chain on it, and then you push down on the pedal with your weight, and then use your other chain whip to take that first cog off, and that's it. Alright, back to the original back wheel. So yeah, basically I just took off the tire, the tube, and then you take off the rim tape, just showing you guys how to do it, and then and then you can unscrew the nipples. And then yeah, once again, I didn't film all of it, just took off all the back wheels. For the back wheel, I only broke 4 spokes, so I was pretty hyped about that. But yeah, everything came off pretty easily. Alright, same process here again. So just putting Evaporust, pretty straightforward, just leaving them overnight, and then I end up sanding them a little bit. Key note here is just make sure you measure your spokes, because your spokes are going to be a little bit different sizes. Your front wheel, usually it's a little bit longer, and then for your back wheel, your drive side is going to be a little bit longer than your non-drive side. Sometimes they're the same depending on what kind of hub you have. So yeah, different for different hubs. I learned that from Bikes Please, so thanks to them. After pulling all these spokes apart, my rear wheel spokes were the same on both sides, which was around 295, and then my front spokes were around 297 millimeters. So yeah, not too different, but yeah, it's good to take note just in case you buy some new spokes and you need to replace them. Here's all the spokes done, and just to differentiate them, I put nipples on the front wheel spokes just so that I wouldn't get them mixed up. Alright, cleaning the rims. Because the rims were off the spokes, it was really easy to clean. So basically, I think I just gave it a light sand down, and yeah, just used detergent and WD-40 all the way around, and that was it. Basically did it to both rims, and I had an extra rim as well, so I cleaned that as well. And here's the finished product. Super stoked on those, and now we're all ready to build the wheels.
Alright, that's the video. So finally got everything cleaned up. I don't know if too many people actually rebuild wheels with old spokes and rims, but next part will be up soon. Cheers.